ended up together, or so-and-so got locked in a room, they killed the big bad monster, and poof, we're all good. It's not that kind of movie. It's not a basic ass plot. And I don't want a basic ass plot. I'm tired of basic ass plots. If I wanted a boring ass plot, I would go watch Paranormal Activity. Hey YouTube gang, how you guys doing? You guys hanging in there? You guys doing good? Good. So we're gonna take a break from all this serious shit real quick and just have some fun, because as you know, the very, very highly anticipated Jordan Peele movie, Us, came out over the weekend, and it has been doing wonderful fucking numbers in the theaters. It's been breaking box office records. I have seen it twice. I'm in love with it. It's phenomenal. The conversations around this movie is amazing, and I love seeing people talk about it. And so I just wanted to share my thoughts about the movie, and then all the questions and the theories I have, because there's just so many. Oh my God. There's so many, and that's one of the reasons why I love this movie. Before I go into all the theories and questions that I have, I'm just gonna give you guys just like my straight up thoughts about the movie, spoiler free. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, what the fuck are you waiting for? Because it's fucking amazing. But I'll do a spoiler free kind of overview of the movie and the experience behind it. And then for those of us that have watched it, bitch, we'll get to the nitty gritty because I have questions. Okay, so spoiler free. I'm not gonna get into all that stuff yet. I love this movie. I fucking love it. It's phenomenal. It's beautiful. I personally actually like it better than Get Out. A lot of people I've talked to don't, but for me, I love horror movies. I love psychological thrillers, which for me, this falls more into the category of a psychological thriller. People were worried about it being really scary. It's really not scary. I guess it depends on what you define as scary. There are no like traditional jump scares, or I saw somebody today on Facebook was like, I didn't like it because there was no blood and guts. I was like, what about Jordan Peele made you think that there's gonna be blood and guts in this movie? It doesn't have it's not a slasher movie, right? I feel like people who don't really watch horror and just kind of jump in on these certain movies like A Quiet Place and Get Out and Us that are trendy because they're just good movies, they don't really understand that horror movies also have subgenres just like everything else. Every horror movie is not a boo horror movie or ghosts or Freddy and Jason or slashers. There's a lot of different subgenres of horror movies, and this is a subgenre that is more about psychological thrillers and mystery. It doesn't really have any jump scares. I mean, I saw it twice in theaters and nobody ever screamed once, and both the times I saw it. So that should tell you that it's really not that scary. It's more of a make you think about the shit that you're doing in society type movie. Like I said, I absolutely love this movie. I saw it, a bunch of friends and I, like a group of, I think maybe 10 of us, went to the Thursday night 11 p.m. showing, and we watched it. We had so much fucking fun with it. And then I saw it again yesterday, because after seeing it once and knowing the twist at the end, I wanted to go back and watch it again to see if I could pick up anything else. And I did pick up a lot more, which I'm going to talk about. But I think because I picked up more, it also made me have more questions. But that is what I love about this movie. And I think for people, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. Because I've seen a lot of reviews from people who went to it and they don't like it. But the thing is, the people who don't like it, they don't like it because it doesn't spoon feed you answers. That is literally the only complaint I've seen about this movie. They're like, oh, it was too confusing. Oh, the plot didn't make sense, or they didn't really wrap up the plot. That to me is what makes this movie great. And Get Out was the same way, so I'm not sure why people are all of a sudden surprised that Us is the same way. Get Out did not spoon feed you things. You had to be paying attention to what the hell was going on. There were Easter eggs, there were little clues that you had to pick up. This is the same way. And the people who are complaining about it, every time I ask them, like, what exactly do you not like about this movie? And they're just like, it's confusing. I didn't think it was confusing. There's nothing in the plot that's confusing. There are certain things that bring up questions because of the message in the plot. But there was nothing about this that was confusing to me. And so I feel like it's a movie that if you want a plot that is basic, Harry met Sally, Sally did this, Harry did this, they all ended up together, or so-and-so got locked in a room, they killed the big bad monster, and poof, we're all good. It's not that kind of movie. It's not a basic ass plot. And I don't want a basic ass plot. I'm tired of basic ass plots. If I wanted a boring ass plot, I would go watch Paranormal Activity. It's not one of those movies. So if you want something that's dumbed down so the masses can clap their hands and go ooh rah rah about it, this movie ain't for you. But if you want a movie that makes you think, you want a movie that starts a conversation, this is that movie. Let me tell you something. Both times that I went to this movie, I have never seen a movie that has made people talk as much as this movie. Both times I went to see this movie, myself and my friends, we sat in that theater for probably 20-25 minutes after the movie had ended, just talking about everything that just happened in the movie. We talked about the movie, we talked about all these theories, we all picked up different things in different places, and we just sat there and talked about it until I realized we should probably get the fuck out the theater so these people could go home. Then we ended up down in the parking garage getting ready to go, and we were still talking about this movie. We probably spent at least 45 minutes to an hour talking about this movie. I cannot remember the last time I ever went to a movie theater and had this much dialogue after a movie, because it's so fucking phenomenal. The second time I went to see it yesterday, the same thing happened. There were so many groups of people that were just sitting behind in the theater discussing this because it's fucking amazing. I love a movie that makes you think. And Us does that. For one of those movies that might just keep you on the edge of your seat. Like, I was on the edge of my seat like, oh, bitch, that's creepy. I don't like that. Speaking of, give Lupita Nyong'o all the goddamn Oscars, bitch. All of them. Production, editing, sound, best supporting, best actress, best movie, best director. I don't care that she not nominated for none of that shit. Give her every Oscar, because this performance from Lupita, bitch, she is this movie. It's not even just like her character is so great. The way that she transforms into that evil version of her character, I have never seen anything so unnerving in my life. The way she speaks, for those of you who haven't watched the movie, this is why I need to go watch it, because the way she speaks as a doppelganger is so fucking creepy. The way she moves is so fucking creepy. Watching an interview with Jordan Peele, and he was talking about how she would prep for this role, and she like really went there to prep for this role, and they were all even like, when the cameras were off, they were all like, is Lupita okay? Because she's a little creepy girl. But she did an amazing job. The kids did an amazing job. I need to look up the little girl's name, but she plays a young version of Lupita. She is also amazing and incredibly creepy. Everybody in this cast is amazing. All the kids are amazing. Lupita we worship you, queen. My husband, Winston Duke, also did amazing. He's so fucking funny in this movie. And one of the things I really love about this movie is, first of all, Lupita is the lead role. I cheered when the opening credit scene comes on and Lupita's name is the first name that you fucking see on that screen. I screamed. One of the things I really loved about this movie is they reversed the roles of traditional horror movies, where like the men are usually always the survivors and the girls are the really stupid ones that get like, they trip over a high heel in the grass and they get killed. This is the complete opposite. Lupita Nyong'o is the badass bitch that keeps everybody fucking alive in this movie, and Winston Duke is kind of like the comedic relief. He's the dad. He's a little dumb, but he's always making like dad jokes. And it was really funny because I watched an interview with Winston Duke and Lupita, and he was talking about how they really had to like turn him into like a dad, because coming from a role like M'Baku, nobody would take him seriously that somebody could like break into a house that M'Baku lived in, because M'Baku looks like he could snap Thanos' neck, okay, with 2 fingers. So, you know, he's a little bit chubbier. He's like a little bit of a nerd. He wears like these little, you know, it's so funny. He's a dad. He has a dad bod. And they were just talking about how he had to go to the complete extreme to get the image of M'Baku out of everybody's mind, because who the fuck's gonna believe that any family's gonna fuck with M'Baku? You just not. But yeah, so I think that's all I have to say without going into spoilers. Go see the movie. It's great. It makes you think. It's phenomenal. It's wonderful. The cast is fucking amazing. if for nothing else, go see it just for Lupita. That way we can all petition to have this movie nominated for a fucking Oscar because she's amazing. What's up, y'all? So real quick, I had actually originally filmed this video as one piece, talking about my review and then also all my thoughts and theories and all that stuff. But then the video ended up being like a fucking hour long. So I actually am just going to split this into 2 videos. This first part will just be spoiler free, just my overall review of the movie. And then I'll go ahead and post a second video talking about all my thoughts and theories and conspiracies and questions, because there's so many that I just could not put them all into one video. And I also have to re-record it because even the third day out from my second viewing, I even have more questions. So, yeah, things sound a little bit weird. It's because I chopped a lot of it out to make room for a second video. Anyways, enjoy. Bye.